All right, we got a court case here where the dude said, "Man, I ain't paying for ish. I know I invited you out, and that ain't my problem. This ain't my bill." And he walked out on her. And she took him to court and said, "I want my money back." Let's see what happens.
Cheryl Collins claims she got stuck paying the bill after a first date snuck out mid-meal. Jason Sutton says he invited the plaintiff for drinks only, but she showed up late, then ignored him, so he bailed.
Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
This man asked you to go with him on a date.
Oh, bruh. That's Ebony K. Williams. You done for, man. That's the same chick who said, "I can't date the bus driver because he broke." And she went ahead and got pregnant by some dude she ain't know, I think a sperm donor, and said, "I'm just going to do it by myself." Bruh, get another courtroom. She going to roast you because she knows she about that money. Bruh. Ebony K. Worst judge there is. How should get to be a judge? Let's see what's up.
And then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh. Tell me more. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on my page.
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
Okay.
essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks, and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off. And secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so.
Look. Asking a woman out on a coffee date is the right thing to do. I advise all dudes who going on a first date to do that. Why? Because you don't want to go in debt on a first date to a chick you don't know. Now, what she tried to do is scam it. "I don't drink coffee." Coffee is just a synonym for saying, "Hey, let's just go out." "Oh, I'm lactose intolerant." You don't have to get none with ice cream. You can get a cake. You can get any type of dessert. All she's trying to do is say, "I'm not trying to spend a whole paycheck just to see you. Let's just go out, meet. Simple, something small, we can meet." She tried to game him and said, "Nah, I don't even do that." He should have stopped right there. I don't even know why he went further.
We did not do coffee, nor did we did ice cream.
So you
Plus,
declined those dates?
yes, Your Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date. And we decided on dinner Friday at.
You see how she framed that? A date. So she doesn't consider coffee a date. She don't consider going out and getting dessert a date. See, she tried to say, "I want an official date. I want to spend some money. I don't want to spend my money. I want to spend your money." I can't do that on a coffee date. He was smart the first time. I think he messed up on these.
5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating.
That happens.
So,
because this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is,
We don't care.
okay, so your shoot runs long, you have to reschedule.
yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he
sorry.
lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's 2 reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose. And then how do you actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out, and we.
It's not just 2 reschedules. It's 2, "I'm not going." Then it's 2, "I'm canceling on you." And then I'm going to show up. Bruh, you should have stopped while you was ahead. I want to blame her. This seemed like it's your fault.
were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton, I promise you I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Bruh, I told you. She got a smart mouth. I don't believe you waited there for 45 minutes. 2 cancellations. 2, I'm not going. And then I'm showing up 45 minutes late. She's showing you right there. She does not respect you. And you still there? That's your fault. But Ebony K, I told you. She know how to do math, and she gonna add up that you owe this. You owe some money, brother.
Appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on.
Up at 6:15, and that was when our date proceeded.
And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited
Nah,
to see and meet you
two other ones
finally,
didn't make a great impression.
that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on someone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, but you get there. How was it?
Very, very small chit chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late. So,
Were you apologetic, ma'am?
of course.
Okay.
Yes. So sitting down, the waiter originally comes over and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day. So I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
Did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but did he?
well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
you
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes, he
And that's
had a
just-
drink already.
Okay. Well, I would hope so if he was sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule.
right.
And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay. What
Later
did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the
If I'm not right, I think he just asked her out for some drinks. What's she ordering food for? So she came in there like, I'm eating. I'm getting my drink, and I'm gonna eat on top of that and eat again.
original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink. And
Also a margarita?
yes,
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach. So I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator. It was very interesting. And
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon?
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am, and see?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my bailiff.
just have everything,
I'll take
the entire
everything.
folder?
Sure.
And while you are doing that, you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides.
Before we get to his side, she's seen him coming a long way away. Long way. Got 3 drinks, 2 appetizers, dinner. Mind you, this brother ain't had nothing. He got 1 drink that he's sitting in front of nursing for the 45 minutes. She done ordered 3 drinks, 3 appetizers, and he looking at her like, what the hell? I'm still sipping on 1 drink. We ain't even had no conversation yet. Brother, she's seen you coming along. She got you in the phone as foodie. She got you in the phone as foodie, and you fell for it.
Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can corroborate. You meet this woman on social media. She's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs. You start
First
communicating.
Yes, Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally. Bada bing, bada boom. Somebody's number is exchanged. Y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide, I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out 2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then, after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be. You're sworn in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something. She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part out. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No, I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date, and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the 3rd date, and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See, Mr. Sutton, because this
you
is
go.
how I'm going to make my ruling. So
There
you're
you go.
telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said, let's go to drinks.
Ms.
That's it.
There you
Collins,
go.
did he say, let's go to drinks?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
Then what you ordering all this food for? If he asked you on a drink, let's get a drink. You know coffee ain't talking that much. You know a dessert ain't talking that much. So he's saying let's get a drink and converse. Not 3 drinks, not 3 appetizers, not salmon. He asked you on a drink. Boy, she seen you coming. She don't respect you. If you're on your other date, you were supposed to show up. She calls you 15 minutes beforehand. Why you already there? She don't respect your time.
Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during happy hour.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing.
Let me help you out. So I know the game because I've done this game. This is perfection of the game. I ain't trying to spend a lot of money on coffee. I'm not trying to spend a lot of money on dessert. I'm asking you out when between the hours of 3 and usually like 6 o'clock. That's when happy hour is. Why? Because the drinks is half off. We not ordering from this main menu. We going to this smaller menu where the drinks is half off during happy hour, or they discounted at a special. I bet by the time she got there, happy hour was already over. So he couldn't even he tried to save some money on each step of the way and couldn't do that. She got there later than happy hour and then ordered drinks at full price. God, dog, that's a beast.
So when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, it's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy hour.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, you know what time it is. Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes, so I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few minutes as a few minutes. I guess
And
that
then
means
you
something else
found
to
out
her.
it was 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered 1 margarita, and the waiter felt so bad for me, he slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point, but I'm trying to keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down, and the conversation
Was she apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
she mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was heartfelt?
No,
Okay.
it felt very.
I don't know
cold.
why, but for some reason, she sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Well, let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume,
Yes.
were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course, yes. I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand. We said we were meeting for drinks specifically, and I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The point is, as you said drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Like maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks,
Right.
and I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her, but what she did in the subsequent moments made me question that entire thing.
Okay, so yeah, what did she do then?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like.
Ms. Collins, were you working on this date?
Well, I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with
That's
a handsome
working.
young man, and I mean, I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it
Correct.
is working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel.
I usually don't bring my work to a date,
and
Your
let's
Honor,
get to
but
that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay. What grades?
K through 12, I'm able to
Go
sub
everywhere
any-
you're certified?
Yes.
That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's
No
ordered,
respect.
so far, a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again, and still ignoring me, and she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around a third time, but I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red, and I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big mistake.
What's a big mistake?
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself at the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom, and I V-lined for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay. So you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the restroom. No.
Oh, Ms. Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add, the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
she said you were rude.
She said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show up 45 minutes late, and she was rude to ignore me. And I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court.
All right, I will say this. Man, this dude made 1,000 mistakes. And I'm gonna tell you the story about how that happened to me before we get to him. What he should have done, because I've been in that situation before where somebody tried to use me, and I made a beeline. But I made sure I covered my aspect. I went to the waiter and said, "Look, I'm out of here. Tell me the way to get out. What is the cost of my bill?" I gave my bill, and I gave like a 25, 30% tip. Here go my tip, my bill. I'm gone. Now he shouldn't have walked out and left her with his bill and then tried to pay for it later. Take care of that. You ain't never got to talk to him again. You ain't never got to speak again. They'll find out later, like, well, maybe he had a upset stomach and he been gone too long. On my aspect, I just told the waiter, once I'm gone, give me about good 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, and then let her know your company has left. Here goes your bill. He took care of his. That was the right thing to do. He probably shouldn't have left and then let her take care of the bill and then cashed after later. No communication after. What for? What you gonna talk to her for? You ain't gonna go on a second date.
Ooh-wee. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our, quote, date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner. Madam plaintiff says, you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says, just sent you $20 for my drinks. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one.
Hey.
Sensational.
I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now,
Before she get to her ruling, let me tell you, I've been there. You don't lose no pride. You're not going to see the person. I showed up to a date one time when the girl was already out. She was already at the place and just said, hey, I want to see you. This is our first time meeting. I show up. She already had her drinks, food. I got me a cup of ice water. Didn't even get lemon in it. I don't even, maybe a little bit of ice. Great conversation. Beautiful. Drop dead. Gorgeous girl. I will say that. But you can't trust a big butt and a smile. So, after about 30 minutes, I said, well, I just showed up to see you. I got some things I got to do. I'm out of here. Maybe we can talk. You've been nice. It's been great meeting you. This chick had the nerve to say, you got this, right? I'm like, got this? What? Man, I'm confused. Got what? You got this dinner. Lady, I just showed up. You was already halfway through your entree. I got a cup of ice water with no lemon. Negative. I even tried to save it. I said, look, I'll invite you on a formal date, so we can do something formal. She said, my daddy told me I'll never go in my pocket. And if you can't take care of this first date, ain't gonna be no second date. I obliged you. Thank you. I bid you an adieu. It was nice to meet you. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. I wasn't going to see her again. She probably wasn't going to see me again. She was looking for something food. Same with this chick. Pay on your way out. You never had to worry about them.
Now, nobody hates a cheap.
Before we go there, I'm scared of what Ebony Williams going to say because y'all know she about that money. And she don't like to date the bus driver. Let's see how fair she is.
Man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. It's low integrity, it's anti-feminist, and for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive, you cheapen yourself.
Damn.
You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute. I'm just going to tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectation should rise according to Mr. Sutton. You do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Hey, I got to take that back. Ebony Williams came through. I thought for sure she was going to do something. I want to know what you would have done. Would you, because a lot of y'all simping out there, y'all would have just stayed and paid the entire bill, never seen her again. But no, you would have seen her again because she would have known you was foodie in the phone and she would have invited you back out for all the dates and ate all she could. Tell me what you do in the comments. Comment below. Would you have paid? Would you have walked out? Do you think what he did was right? Was the ruling right? In my opinion, yes. Only thing I think he messed up was she played him twice, dicked him around other time, late. Every red flag was there, bro. What didn't you see? All the red flags and you still stayed. Pay your bill, walk out, don't ever talk to him again. But before you even get there, the red flags was there. That was on you. You messed up. You put yourself in that position. She just seen another sucker and she was going to take advantage of it. Subscribe, comment. Catch you on the next one. Stay fearless.